Welcome back to Bushland Prairie City High School. I'm going to take the headset off here as we get ready to do the introduction, as Nate Zeringer is going to do those.
Sets of steps. Your daughter will meet you on that side, and Mr. Norton will take a picture, so he'll let you know where to go. Once you get down to the floor, you can remove your mask, take a picture, then we ask you after the picture stage, you put your mask back on. Thank you.
All right, we will go ahead and get started here tonight. They are in numerical order. So the first one up here is Keely Lee. Keely has participated in volleyball for 1 year, and she is accompanied by Mandy Promisson and Ty Bowden. Presley has played volleyball for 3 years, and she is accompanied by Missy Swartzbaum and Nate Brandt. Our next student is Montana Defis. Montana is accompanied by Jesse Allen and Robert Allen. Our next student is Trinity Langford. Trinity has participated in volleyball for 1 year, and she is accompanied by Jessica Crossland and Chad Langford. Our next student is Chloe Stoneking. Chloe has played volleyball for 1 year and is accompanied by Jamie Stoneking and Mike Bridgewater. Our next student is Sierra Shannon. Sierra has played volleyball for 3 years and is accompanied by Shane Shannon and Mandy Shannon. Our next student is Abby Nelson. Abby has played volleyball for 3 years and is accompanied by Marlene Nelson and Gary Nelson. Our next student is Alexis Gallagher. Alexis has played volleyball for 3 years and is accompanied by Amanda Schimmelfitting. Our next student is Audrey Hood. Audrey has played volleyball for 3 years and is accompanied by Justin and Jennifer Hood. has played volleyball for 2 years and is accompanied by Patricia Purdon and Steven Strubley. Our next student is Alicia Myers. Alicia has played volleyball for 3 years and is accompanied by Crystal Myers. Our next student is not here tonight, but we wanted to recognize her anyways. It is Malia Hendricks. Malia has played volleyball for 2 years. Our next student is Callie Kramer. Callie has played volleyball for 2 years and is accompanied by Stacy Kramer and John Kramer. Our next student is Josie Coyle. Josie has played volleyball for 1 year and is accompanied by Danielle and Tim Coyle. Our next student is Kendra Ford. Kendra has played volleyball for 3 years and is accompanied by Carmen Ford and Jeremy Ford. And our final 8th grade volleyball player is Katie English. Katie has played volleyball for 2 years and is accompanied by Luke English and Tanya English. All right, let's hear it one last time for all of our 8th grade students. Thank you for everyone coming out tonight, and we will get the game started in about 15 minutes.
So that was the 8th grade appreciation, and I don't know if you heard when Andy Rotifer on the far side, Mr. Rotifer, said it would be in about 15 minutes. The West Central team said 15 minutes. Miles said the same thing, didn't you, Miles? You didn't say 15 minutes, like you didn't want it to be 15 minutes? I don't want it to be 15 minutes. I want it to be like 6. I think they each get 4 or 5 minutes of warm-up, though, so it'll be at least 10. So it'll take a few minutes to get everything going, but that was the 8th grade appreciation. Rachel Guppy watching Josie Coyle. Corey Johnson's watching. Audrey Johnson is watching. Go Heat. Corey Johnson says they love everyone, so that's nice. Congratulations to all the 8th grade girls. Good luck tonight from Rachel Guppy. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Right after a word from our title sponsor.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance.
In the weight room.
Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life. Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted Best of the Best in McDonough County.
Well, we were camping, and then I got a phone call from my neighbor and said that we got hit by a storm. He said, "You better come home because there's no roof." He said, "I look up and see the sky." He didn't know what you were going to do, where you're going to go, but Country Financial took care of us.
We anticipate something that we hope never happens, but when it happens, we are there to make good on our promise.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True Convection Cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True Convection Cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. It is the West Central Heat and BPC Spartans 8th grade volleyball getting ready to start. The 8th grade recognition was just completed. We do have about 12 more minutes, so Mr. Rutherford wasn't too far from right. You add all the minutes together, they got a 3-minute warm-up and 2 6-minute warm-ups to have the court alone, 1 apiece, so that'll add up to 15. So it'll actually be about 17 minutes total before we are able to go on with tonight's second match. You're listening and watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, brought to you in a pregame show by JoJo's Gaming Parlor. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also, on game nights, check out TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. All the events are live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell, and cheer the Spartans on to victory. So as I said, we're 8th grade warm-ups here. We came on early to do the 8th grade recognition. Members of the 8th grade team: Keely Lieb, Presley Brandt, Montana Dyfus, Trinity Lankford, Chloe Stone King, Sierra Shannon, Abby Nelson, Alexis Gallagher, Audrey Hood, Ashley Purden, Alicia Myers, Maylee Hendricks, Callie Kramer, Josie Coyle, Kendra Ford, and Katie English. Those are all the names that are on the roster for BPC. They do not have, I don't think, that many people dressed. So we'll be going here in just about 10 minutes or so. So we'll take another break here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. You're watching the JoJo's Gaming Parlor pregame show, leading up to the 8th grade contest between the West Central Heat and the BPC Spartans.
During this COVID pandemic, it is important you take care of your health, especially your heart health. Do not ignore the signs of a heart attack or stroke. If you have health concerns, schedule an appointment with your provider, and always, in case of an emergency, call 911. This message brought to you by McDonough District Hospital and Blessing Health System. See for yourself why Blessing Health System is the leader in cardiology and pulmonology services. Appointments available inside MDH. Learn more at blessinghealth.org or mdh.org.
You see fires on TV all the time. You don't understand what the families are really going through until you've lived it. The day before the fire, life was good. We went to bed, we woke up, and we had nothing. If it was not for Country Financial, we would still have nothing.
As we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19, McDonough District Hospital wants you to know that your health and safety are our #1 priority.
Our primary care providers are here to take care of you and your family's total well-being. Telehealth capabilities and the MDH Convenience Clinic all provide ease of access to our wide range of services.
All of this because we are committed to providing you quality and compassionate care that you have come to trust from us.
McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring.
Welcome back to Bushland Prairie City High School. Score still 0-0. Of course, we haven't started yet. It's warm up for the 8th grade contest. BPC is on the floor now. They have 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining in their warm-up period, and there'll be a 6-minute warm-up period for the Heat. The Heat do have a libero in the 8th grade game. It will be Hannah Carnes, who played back row and served in the 7th grade game. She is a 7th grader, but she will be the libero here in the 8th grade game. I actually went down to make sure that it was Hannah. It looked like it was Hannah. I thought it was Hannah, but I wasn't paying attention to who was on the bench earlier, so I didn't know if there was anybody else. I knew I hadn't seen a white jersey before, and I didn't have the #1 white jersey on my roster for the 8th grade, so I wanted to go over and make sure that's who it was, and it is Hannah Carnes. She wore number 10 in the 7th grade game. You'll see her come out. A lot of junior high teams do not have liberos, especially at the 7th grade level, but at the 8th grade level, they tend to bring out a libero. BPC will not have a libero. The libero will be designated by an off-color jersey. The libero is able to come into the contest without a substitution being counted against you. You may not know this, but there is a limited number of substitutions in a game, and this allows the libero to play the back row continuously. Essentially, they can serve once and play 6 rotations. One of the players they substitute for out of the front row will have to serve, and as soon as that service is over, they can come into the game. So that's kind of how the libero works. I'm sure some of you at home probably already knew that, but for those of you that didn't, that's the basics on how the libero works. And you can see, if you look at the white jersey #1, that is Hannah Carnes, and she will be the libero. If she doesn't bother with anything on the right side of the net in this case, she'll be doing all of the back row stuff and defensive specialist, as many people used to call them before they had liberos at this level. So they will do their warm-up period, and we'll take another break here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH, and we'll be back in just a couple minutes.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
Well, we were camping, and then I got a phone call from my neighbor and said that we got hit by a storm. He said, "You better come home because there's no roof." He said, "I look up and see the sky." He didn't know what you were going to do, where you're going to go, but Country Financial took care of us.
We anticipate something that we hope never happens, but when it happens, we are there to make good on our promise.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True convection cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True convection cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
Yeah, works better if I turn the sound up again. Welcome back to BPC High School. We're down to 3.5 minutes before this match. If you want to see this, you can if you're watching already, you guys know where we're watching, but it's Hewlett Publi Pro LLC on YouTube. So it's HULETT PUBLI PRO LLC on YouTube. That's where you can find us. Have a parent up here asking, so that's what I'm trying to let them know here, if you're wondering why I'm telling you that since you're already watching. But that's, yep, everybody at home wants to watch, and we want everybody to be able to watch, so write that down and share it. You can also follow our Tri-State Sports Report Facebook page. TSSR Game Time Live is what it's labeled now. You can follow that. The link is posted on every game every night, so you're welcome to do that. And we'll take a short break, and we'll be right back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
Helps me reach peak performance.
In the weight room.
Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life. Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
You know, you see fires on TV all the time. You don't understand what the families are really going through until you've lived it. The day before the fire, life was good. We went to bed, we woke up, and we had nothing. If it was not for Country Financial, we would still have nothing.
Welcome back to BPC High School as we are getting ready for 8th grade competition. The West Central Heat won the 7th grade game in 3, 21-25, then 25-13, 25-12 to take the final 2 sets and the game match victory over BPC. The standout in that was Lauren Winters, 0 doubts about that. In the final 2 games, she had 26. That's right, 26 service points. 10 straight in game 2 or in set 2, and 16 straight in set 3. I think when I went to school anyway, that math added up to 26. So we're just about to the end of the warm-up period here at BPC High School. 8th grade game will be coming your way here very, very shortly. Once again, you can find us at TSSR Game Time Live on Facebook. It used to be the Spartan Sports page. We changed the name to TSSR Game Time Live. So you can find us there and keep track of what's going on. Every day we put, before the games start, where we are on a given night and what we're doing on a given night. So we're going to have the national anthem here before we start tonight's contest. Well, for one time, the dead air is not my fault. As we get ready to go here. So national anthem is done and completed. That means it's about time to get underway here with volleyball action from BPC High School. It's 8th grade competition for BPC starting. It'll be number 25, Abby Nelson, number 18, Chloe Stone King, number 34, Callie Kramer, number 27, Audrey Hood, number 45, Kendra Ford, and number 11, Keely Lieb. For the Heat, starting will be number 3. That's Harley Haynes. Number 20 is Peyton Ludington. Back to serve for the first time is number 22. That's Kaylee Thompson. Looks like Lauren Winters is out there as well. And an ace. Oh, scratch that's number 27, Taylor Harville. And an ace gets a point for the Heat. Number 37, Kaylin Seitz is out there as well. VPC is going to get it across with Kramer pushing it across. There's number 3 on the kill. That's Haynes, Harley Haynes on the point, and it's 2 service points for Taylor Harville here in set number 1. Harville's going to serve again, deep and hard. It's dug by Hood. Kramer's going to put it up and attempt on an attack by number 25, I think was on the attempt. That was Nelson, and another point for the Heat. That one's going to go back across by Ford, hit right back across by Haynes. Now it's going to be bumped across and to the scorers table by number 18, Chloe Stone King, and another point for the Heat. 4 straight. Nice serve. Hood digs it up, and it's going to go across. A couple people are going to hit it. As getting it across was Abby Nelson, and it's going to be a side out. First point of the contest for BPC. And the first serve of the contest as well. It'll be Nelson back to serve for the Spartans. That serve is going to be a service error. Side out back to the Heat. Back to serve for the Heat will be the libero, number 1, Hannah Carnes. Underhand serve goes deep to Lieb. It's going to go across. Now Ludington on the set, trying to get there as Haynes. Ain't going to be able to do it, or is not going to be able to do it. A point and a side out to BPC. 5-2 is the score. Couple subs coming in for BPC. Number 49, Katie English, and in to serve as well as number 28, Ashley Purdon. So Purdon in to serve. Carnes pulls up her knee pads last second in the back row for West Central. And here we go. 5-2 is the score, set number 1. Winters with the dig on the serve receive. Ludington can't do anything with it as it was pretty much out of bounds at the net, and a point for BPC. Winters again, that time nice pass, and right there is Haynes. She doesn't even bother with the set. Goes up and a little tap kill for the Heat and a side out for West Central. And Harley Haynes into serve now. The jump serve coming. Nice serve as Ashley Purdon got to it, but it went right to the face of Callie Kramer, unfortunately, and a point for the Heat. Callie Kramer had nothing to do with that. She couldn't even get out of the way. Another jump serve. That one's deep. Ford gets her hands on it. Purdon, and then English bumps it across. Haynes sets it on a bump set, and then a big block by Hood, pushed across by English, a set by Ludington, and then Winters with the kill from the middle hitter position. And it's 8-3, and another service point for Haynes. Good offense and defense for both teams that time. Number 28, Anna Tapscott, in for the Heat as well. I missed that substitution. I apologize. There's Winters on the set to Ludington, and Ludington sets to, who was that there? Number 28, Tapscott, and it's in on the line on the left side. It's a point to the Heat. 3 service points now for Haynes. Jump serve one more time, and that one's going to be an ace. Well, drop serve that time. English is going to try and get it to Nelson, and Nelson gets it across. Now Ludington, not such a good set, but Tapscott works with it, gets it back to Nelson. Now Hood's going to push it across. Haynes with the dig, Ludington to set. An attack by Winters, and a kill for Winters again. And the Heat are up 11-3. 5 straight service points for Harley Haynes. Haynes back to serve one more time. And that's going to be a service error finally. And a side out to BPC. They trail now 11-7. Back to serve for the Spartans, number 34, Callie Kramer. Kramer's overhand serve is deep, and it just eats up number 27, Tally Harville, as it just kept rising as she went to go after it, and it just kept going up and up and up for Harville, and Kramer's going to serve another one. This one's deep and in, an ace just barely inside the back line, and BPC's closing the gap little by little. 11-6 is the score. 2 straight service points for Kramer. And another ace. That time Harville couldn't get to it, and it makes it 11-7 as her overpass went out of bounds, and it's going to be Kramer to serve again. We're looking for a 4th straight point. Haynes is going to get it to Ludington. Ludington to Winters. Now English is going to bump it up, and it goes off the ceiling and is going to fall in the middle of the Spartans' defense, and a side out to the Heat. Ludington is going to go back to serve, I do believe, for West Central. 12-7 is the score. Ludington's serve is going to fall at the 10-foot line. An overhand, but lollipop-type serve fell right at the 10-foot line, and nobody could get to it for BPC. 13-7 is the score. This one's a little deeper. Kramer gets there. And it's Brandt who gets it across to Haynes. The Ludington is going to push it across. Nice dig by Kramer. Ford unable to do anything with it, though. And a point for the Heat. It's 14-7. A second service point for Ludington. And a timeout charge to BPC. Helping to bring you this contest here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, is Community News Brief. Community News Brief is a free publication distributed to over 68 locations in Bushnell, Macomb, Colchester, Industry, Adair, and even more towns throughout the area. It provides local news to McDonough County and parts of Fulton County every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. To submit a press release or to get advertising information for the locally owned publication, contact Lynn at 309-333-8245 or email communitybrief@gmail.com. And McDonough District Hospital. McDonough District Hospital athletic trainers and MDH Rehabilitation Center with locations in Bushnell and Macomb provide expert help to Spartan student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. Ludington back to serve again here. 14-7 is the score. West Central with the lead. English is going to push it right back across, and then not sure who the other player is over there. It was number 28, Tapscott, and Ludington. Ludington went to get it, but Tapscott didn't really give her enough room. It's a side out to BPC. 14-8. Deep serve. Carnes tried to get there. She couldn't, and it's going to be an ace for BPC. Audrey Hood serving for the Spartans. That was just barely inside the back line. In fact, it might have hit the back line. Next serve is Winters to Ludington, and she's going to go to Winters, and Winters is going to push it across, forward, ups it. English gets it across. Carnes now. Now it's going to be Ludington, and she's going to come near side, and a hit by Harville goes into the net. Another point for BPC, and that's 2 straight service points for Audrey Hood. Checking in for the Heat, number 29, Kali Bergdorf, excuse me. Hood's serve goes to Carnes. Carnes is going to get it to Ludington on the set. She goes for a attack by Winters. Kramer came up on it. The ball kind of floated a little bit and rose up on her. She hits it out of bounds. Side out, point to the Heat. 15-10. Checking in for BPC is going to be Chloe Stone King. She replaces number 13, Presley Brandt. Back to serve for the Heat's number 28, Anna Tapscott. Nice. Oh, they're going to get it across. It's going to go out of bounds, though. Stone King hit it right at Nelson, who kind of hit it in self-defense, and then Ford was able to get to it. It went over the net, but out of bounds. A point for the Heat. And Tapscott gets her second serve now, and that time, Chloe Stone King unable to control the serve. Another point for Tapscott. A sub coming in for BPC is going to be number 28, Ashley Purden in the back row. Now Tapscott to serve again. Her team leading 17-10. Kramer with it. English now ups it. It's going to be Ford trying to get it over. She does, and she finds a hole in the Heat defense on a free ball. And it's going to be a side out point to BPC. They trail 17-11. Going to be into serve for BPC, I believe, number 11, Keely Lieb. It is Keely coming to serve. 17-11 is the score. Lieb serve. Tapscott to Ludington, and then the attack by Seitz falls in. A kill for Seitz and a side out for the Heat. 18-11. Kramer gets it over, then right back across the net 2 times in a row by Haynes. And a kill that time, and it's another point for the Heat and a side out. And that's going to bring Winters up to serve. Hood has it. Free ball, that's 4 hits. And Winters will get another service point here in this contest. Make it 20-11. And an ace for Winters. And a timeout, BPC. Helping bring you this contest here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH's Square Music Company. Square Music Company offers instruments, gear, lessons, equipment, service, and more. Located at 122 Northside Square in Macomb. You can call the Macomb store at 309-431-5484. You can also visit the Quincy location at 725 North Hampshire Street. You can also find them online at squaremusic.com. And Heil Enterprises and Heil Trucking. Heil Enterprises and Heil Trucking can take your product down the road, near or far, and also offers top-notch heavy-duty truck and trailer repair. The second-generation business continues to grow and continues to support BPC Athletics. Stop by and see Danny or Travis at Route 41 south of Prairie City, or call them at 309-775-3333. So 21-11 is the score here at BPC High School, 8th grade, set number 1. West Central with the lead, and Lauren Winters, who had 26 service points in the last 2 games, 2 sets, and then that let serve goes right into the chops of Chloe Stone King, and that's one of those deals where there's absolutely nothing you can do about that. It hit the net. She was in position to receive it if it hadn't hit the net, but when it hit the net, it bounced up, and Winters is going to serve again here. And then an attack into the net for BPC makes it 23-11. Audrey Hood. Kramer's going to give Nelson a chance at it, but Nelson mistimed her jump a little bit. That's going to make set point for the Heat. Is Josie Coyle is going to check in to replace Callie Kramer, and the jump serve coming for Lauren Winters. It's across. It's dug by Lieb, but nothing doing. Set point goes to the Heat, 25-11. And we'll take a short break and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
As we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19, McDonough District Hospital wants you to know that your health and safety are our #1 priority.
Our primary care providers are here to take care of you and your family's total well-being. Telehealth capabilities and the MDH Convenience Clinic all provide ease of access to our wide range of services.
All of this because we are committed to providing you quality and compassionate care that you have come to trust from us.
McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True convection cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True Convection Cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
Welcome back to Bushland Prairie City High School. 8th grade action here, 25-11. Set number 1 to West Central. Helping to bring you this contest, Country Financial agent Shelly Poston. Shelly Poston at Country Financial. You can call her to learn more about ways to protect the things that mean the most in your life and get us started on a plan for a comfortable future. Contact Shelly Poston today at Country Financial, 309-772-3003. In M&B Furniture, Bushnell's only furniture store, will be celebrating its 60th anniversary in June. M&B Furniture is a mainstay in the community and offers top-notch customer service, free delivery within 40 miles, and the best in-home appliance repair in the area. For everything you need to finish your new home or replenish an old one, stop and see the fine folks at 481 West Main Street, or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or the web at www.furnitureinc.com. You can also call them at 309-772-2111. So it is, as you can see, 1-0 for the Heat. And I do believe, so we're waiting on the ball to be thrown out. I think it'll be BPC serve here in game 2. Not really sure who served in game 1. As that horrible, I should have made point of that. For BPC here in game number 2, it is Brandt, Ford, I believe Nelson in the back row, Hood, Kramer, and Sierra Shannon, I think, in the front row. I can't see. It is number 23, Sierra Shannon. And it'll be Nelson serving first. For the Heat, it's Harville in the back row. Tapscott, I believe, back there as well. Ludington and Seitz here in the front row. And a service there to start things off as the Heat take a 1-0 lead on the side out. Carnes with the serve. The libero comes in, and then Ford gets a good dig, but nobody goes to get the pass, and it's 2-0. Carnes with a serve and a point. That time it's Brandt with the up. Ford's going to bump it across, and it's going to go, oh, Haynes, and I think I'm saying Haynes' name right. It's Hainds, and she just punched that across. What a reaction by the 8th grader from the Heat. And another point for Carnes. Makes it 4-0. And that's going to be an ace. It barely landed in. And it's 5-0 Heat. Carnes another serve, forward with the up, and Nelson's going to bump it across. That's Harville to Ludington, and then Haynes is going to try and dump it, and she does. Nelson made a nice diving attempt at it. That was so close. I don't know if that was going to be in or out, but it was way too close to let fall. Good attempt by Abby Nelson, but Haynes with another kill, and Carnes another deep underhand serve. That one's going to go cross, and Haynes is right there. The middle hitter for the Heat is a good one, and she drives it right to the floor, and it's 7-0. Carnes back to serve again. 25-11 was the set one score. Ford now a nice pass to Kramer. Kramer's going to push it across. Tapscott knocks it, and it lands in as Tapscott gets a hit and a kill, and it's 8-0. A timeout charge to BPC. I believe that might be their final timeout of the contest. Helping to bring you this contest here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, is the Webb Family Farms. Webb Family Farms has been growing corn, soybeans, and Spartans for 5 generations. Nathan, Lisa, Jamie, Cyrus, Terry, and Linda wish all BPC athletes good luck this season. And Farmers and Merchant State Bank of Bushnell. For over 100 years, Farmers and Merchant State Bank of Bushnell has been servicing the local community's needs for personal and business banking, as well as home and agricultural lending. Stop by the main branch at 484 East Main Street or their drive-up facility in Cole Street to learn more. F&M is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender. So Banks back to serve again. She has served 7 straight points on the first service of the game for the Heat. That one's deep, and that's out, but it's going to be back there to take it was Brandt. I think it was going to be deep and out, but it's a point nonetheless. 9-0 is the score. BPC did have the first serve. Nelson served, didn't get a point, and it's been all Heat since then. Ford, a nice pass. Kramer's going to set it up and send it out, and it's going to go out of bounds as she tried to get it across. She did, but 9 straight points for Carnes now. Ford pushes it right over this time, and then it's going to go right back. Kramer gets it up. Ford pushes it right back. Carnes a little struggle, but Haynes is going to bump it across, and it's going to fall on the free ball. And it's 11-0. Another point for the Heat, and all 10 service points have come from the hand of Hannah Carnes. There's a nice little attack with the bump by number 23, Sierra Shannon, and that's going to stop the bleeding. A side out for BPC. They trail 11-1, and a sub coming in for the Spartans. Looks like it's going to be number 26, Alexis Gallagher. And Shannon's going to be back to serve. 11-1, BPC trails with the serve. Overhand serve. And it was Harville coming up, but Ludington couldn't get to it. Carnes let it fall, and a point for BPC. And a service error sends it back to the Heat, and back to serve is number 3, Harley Haynes. Could be Hines. I'm saying Haynes, but it could be Hines. If somebody's watching from the West Central area and wants to correct me on that, feel free. Harley Haynes to serve now. The jump serve coming from the 8th grader, and it's into the net. Side out. BPC. 12-3 is the score. Back to serve for the Spartans, number 34 is Callie Kramer. Kramer's overhand serve. Haynes comes up to dig it. It's going to be Ludington to set, and then it's going to be an attack by Tapscott to the deep left corner, and a kill and a point on the side out. It's 13-3. Checking in for the Heat is going to be number 22, Kaylee Thompson. Back to serve for the Heat is number 20, that's Peyton Ludington. It's going to be Purdon on the, and it's going to go across the net. Tapscott gets to it, but can't get it up high enough for anybody else to do anything with it. A side out for BPC. A good dig by Purdon got that started, and it got across the net. Audrey Hood to serve now for the Spartans. And a service error into the net, so side out back to the Heat. 14-4. Back to serve for the Heat is number 28, Anna Tapscott. Deep to Kramer. Nice pass. And it was bumped to the net by Gallagher, and then nobody else was there to do anything with it for the Spartans, and a point for Tapscott and the Heat. 15-4 is the score. Audrey Hood comes up and gets it. Winters is there. Tapscott now, she's going to push it across to Nelson. Ford tries to attack and hits it into the net. A point for the Heat. And 2 service points for Tapscott. 16-4 is the score. Tapscott's serve overhand is short and into the net. Point to BPC on the service error. 16-5. Checking into the lineup is Sierra Shannon. Checking back to serve for BPC is number 28, Ashley Purdon. Underhand serve is deep. Winters goes back to get it. Ludington tries a little bump set to number 37, Kaylin Seitz, but she can't get to it, and a point for the Spartans. Haynes is going to get it up to Ludington. Ludington back set to Winters, and it is in. A kill for Lauren Winters, and she has done it all for the Heat in these 2 contests. They have got some good players coming down the pipes for this West Central volleyball program. 17-6 the score. Winters serve. Kramer has it. It goes to the net. Tipped right back over by Thompson. And that time it was Sierra Shannon trying to come up to get it on a pass to the net. She couldn't get there, and a point for the Heat. Another service point for Winters. And an ace right on the line, and Lauren Winters another service point. It's 19-6. Next serve is to Hood. She's got it. It goes to the stanchion post, and an ace again for Winters, and a timeout for BPC. Helping to bring you this contest is Hensley Grain. Hensley Grain and Roll Bushnell has a long family history of taking an active role in the Bushnell Prairie City School District, and especially Spartan athletics. Good luck, Spartans, in 2021, and enjoy the shortened athletic campaign. And Bushnell Banking Center, located at 360 South Green Street in Bushnell, offers full-service banking and loan services for all of your banking needs. Come visit the Bank of Friendly Service or call them at 309-772-2345. Good luck, Spartans. Bushnell Banking Center is an equal housing lender and member FDIC. So it is 20-6 as the scoreboard shows on the screen. Here's second set action for the 8th graders. 5 more points, and this one will be done. Winters back to serve again. She served 3 straight. Got to do a sub here. As checking in for the Spartans is Josie Coyle. She's going back to receive serve as Audrey Hood takes a seat. Lauren Winters. That tells you who I were thinking of when I see this player. And then Coyle and number 15, Montana Dyfus, hit each other, and it's going to be another ace for Winters. Anybody remembers Megan Winters from back in the day at West Prairie? Haynes. That's something you don't see every day. Harley Haynes thought it was going to be short, so she just kind of reached up and tapped it over from the wrong side. You can't, that's not legal. They're trying to get a sub in, and I'm not sure who she's trying to come in for. There's Thompson as Harville's going to come back. Back to serve is Ford for BPC. On the side out, 21-7 is the score. Ford's serve is deep. Winters gets the dig. Haynes is going to have to bump it across. Ford with the return. And Haynes, it's not Haynes. It was Seitz. Hits it into the neck on the overpass, and it's going to be a point for Ford and BPC. Winters again comes up. Ludington gets to it. Haynes is going to have to bump it across. Ford with the dig. Nelson's going to put it across, and right there is Haynes that time to drive it home, a side out to the Heat as Nelson got to it and put it across, but right in the swing path of the tall young lady from West Central, Harley Haynes. Now Harville to serve for the Heat, and it's an ace. Her first service point of set number 2. 23-8, and now a sub coming in for the Heat's going to be number 29, Coley Bergdorf. Harville. Serve is deep, and it is played by Ford. Shannon's going to get there and get it across, but it's going to go out of bounds. Match point for the Heat, as that was Dyfus who had that one float up on her, rolled off her shoulder and hit the backboard, and Ford was able to make a play on it. Shannon got it across but couldn't keep it in bounds. Match point here for the Heat. A serve as an ace for the Heat. They win 25-8 here in 8th grade action. We'll take a short break and be back with the JoJo's Gaming Parlor post-game show right after this here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance.
In the weight room. Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life. Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
Welcome back to BPC High School. Some quick stats here on the JoJo's Gaming Parlor post-game show. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. All the events are on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell, and cheer the Spartans on to victory. For BPC in the 8th grade game, a service point for Sierra Shannon, 1 for Abby Nelson, 1 for Alexis Gallagher, 2 for Audrey Hood, 1 for Ashley Purden, 3 for Callie Kramer, and 1 for Kendra Ford. For the Heat, Harley Haynes with the jump serve had 5 in the first set. Ludington had 2 in the first set. Hannah Carnes had 11 total, 10 straight in the second set. 5 total service points for Taylor Harville, 4 service points for Anna Tapscott, and another 9 service points for Lauren Winters. I don't think she had any in the first set, according to my notes, of the 7th grade game, but that makes a total of 35 service points in 2 matches on the night for Lauren Winters. If we had a player of the night, it would definitely be her. She also had about 5 or 6 kills in the 8th grade contest. So with that being said, we'll head out for the night. We greatly appreciate you watching and tuning in here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. You can do that on our YouTube channel, Hewlett Public Pro LLC. You can also be able to check out a bunch of great racing and some other events, county fair stuff throughout the summer as well. So make sure you join us. We look forward to seeing you again here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.